Hello everyone, today I read The Naughty Bunny, a little bunny story. Four little bunnies live under the roots of a big oak tree in Dinglewood. This is Fern, this is Daisy, this is Bumble, and this is Rocky. Rocky is a naughty little bunny who is always up to mischief. This is Rocky's story. Early one morning, Rocky and the other little bunnies were snuggled up in their cozy beds, deep inside Bunny Burrow. Outside, a strong wind was blowing. The branches of a big oak tree swayed from side to side. Its leaves were swooshing and swishing everywhere. The wind grew stronger and stronger. Then it blew straight into the burrow, right into the bunny's bedroom. It whistled around, rattling cupboard doors, knocking books onto the floor and waking all the bunnies. Bumble pulled her sheet up and said in a worried voice, "I hope it won't be windy at Woodland Parade. It will blow our hats off." Daisy peeked through one eye and whispered, "Oh, I've forgotten all about the Woodland Parade." Fern twitched her nose and said, "We've got a lot to do to get our hats ready for the parade. We all have to help each other." The whistling wind didn't bother Rocky. "I'm so excited," he cried, hopping out of bed. "I'm going to collect things to make our hats. It will be so much fun." As Rocky hopped out of bed, the wind knocked him off his feet and rolled him into a ball. Then it blew him outside. "Tee-hee," giggled Rocky. "That was great." Rocky pickled himself up and looked around. Everyone was busy getting ready for the parade. Mrs. Bumble was straining her wings. Reggie Frog was washing his hands. Monty Mouse was brushing his teeth, and Sammy Squirrel was combing his big bushy tail. "Oh, Rocky," said Mrs. Bumble, "you are covered in leaves. You can't go to the parade like that." Rocky looked down and saw that he was covered in leaves from head to tail. He bounced up and looked down and shook himself clean. "That's better," he cried. Later that day, Rocky remembered that he had promised to help make the hats for the parade. Hopping past Mrs. Bumble's garden, he spotted some pretty sunflowers. They will make the hats really special, he thought. So while Mrs. Bumble was busy watering her garden, Rocky crawled under the fence and grabbed some of her flowers. Then the naughty bunny decided to carry on collecting things that didn't belong to him. He grabbed some twigs from Sammy Squirrel's fence, stole some nuts from Monty's mouse hole, and even took one Fergie Frog's water lily pads from Lily Pond. Soon Rocky had collected everything he needed to help make some really special hats. Everyone will think the wind blew these things away, giggled the naughty bunny. No one will know I took them. Back inside the burrow, the other bunnies were helping each other make the hats for the parrot. What a mess they'd made. The floor was covered in buds and bells, leaves and flowers. Rocky, where have you been? Asked Bramble. It's nearly time for the parrot, and we haven't even started making my hat. Suddenly, Bramble noticed puddles of the water on the floor. What have you been up to, you naughty bunny? She asked. I've been collecting special things for the hats, said Rocky. Look! And he held out his paws. Where do you get those pretty flowers from? Asked Daisy. And those twigs, said Fern. And where did you find those nuts from the water lily pad? Said Bramble. Rocky's nose started to twitch. He shuffled his feet on the floor and said, the wind blew them into my paws. Suddenly, there was a knock at the door of the burrow. The bunnies pricked up their ears. Come in, they called. The door opened, and there stood across Monty Mouse, unhappy Fergie Frog, an annoyed Sammy Squirrel, and a very upset Mrs. Bumble. Rocky! 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 Said Fergie Frog sternly. You've been taking things that don't belong to you. Rocky's nose twitched even more, and he began to look unhappy. Oh, Rocky, you haven't been naughty, have you? Asked Bramble. Yes, he has, said Fergie. We've all lost something today. We thought it was the wind until we saw a trail of puddles leading into Diggle Wood. We followed the trail and it led us here. There's only one naughty bunny that lives in Bunny Burrow. That's Rocky. I'm sorry, said Rocky. I just wanted to help make some really special hats. But it's wrong to take the things that don't belong to you, said Fergie firmly. I promise I won't do it again, said Rocky. He gave the water lily pad back to Fergie Frog, the twigs to Sammy Squirrel, and the nuts to Monty Mouse, and the flowers to Mrs. Bumble. The animals soon forgave Rocky, and they went back home. Fern and Daisy put on their hats, and with Bramble set up for the woodland parrot, Rocky stayed behind. I'll meet you there, he called after them. What was the naughty bunny up to this time? As soon as the others were out of the sight, Rocky started making a hat for Bramble to wear at the parade. but this time he used an old woolly hat and his special bottle on top collection. As soon as he finished, Rocky raced to the parrot to give Bramble her hat. "Oh, thank you," said Bramble. "It's the prettiest hat I ever seen." So Rocky, the naughty bunny, and his 3 friends looked the smartest little bunnies at Windy Woodland Parrot. Goodbye.
Lúc nãy con đọc có mấy lỗi sai bị kêu